Welcome back to Certified Beef. We have a very different episode for you guys today. Brandon has finally watched Stranger Things after all these years. Finally got him to watch it after he said he will never binge a show. And he
Yep.
decided to binge one finally. But we also got a very special guest and friend of the podcast, Mr. Mark Bradley. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very glad to be here. You guys are a bunch of stud cakes, let me tell you. Gracious me, this is a pleasure. I'm very excited.
All right. Well, Brandon has a lot of the details into this and what we are going to be doing through this Stranger Things recap of all the seasons and just giving our thoughts on it. So, Brandon, what you got for us?
Yeah, so like Jack said, I finally watched this. I didn't watch it when it came out in 2016 because I thought it would probably be too scary for me. It was probably a smart idea, but now I'm glad I finally did watch it. So I think we just gotta go through, like, give our thoughts on each of the individual seasons, and then I got just a bunch of questions to ask you guys, stuff like that. Just like give our full thoughts on the show. All right.
I'm in.
Do we need to break down the story, or are we assuming that they already know this?
Here's the deal.
If you know, you know.
If you haven't watched it yet, Brandon, what are you doing?
Okay, so it's on them. Yes. Okay.
It's on you. If you haven't watched it, it's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the best TV show
This
out there.
is your official spoiler warning for this episode. If you have not watched Stranger Things, we're going to be talking all about it. So you better watch, at least get through the first season and then come back to this. So, yeah. So what season one was definitely a good start to this great franchise. I think that's hard to disagree with.
Yes, I would agree.
Same. I would agree.
To the amazing characters, it got you in love with them very early. They focused season one, I feel like, a lot on character development, and they got you to meet the characters, fall in love with the characters. Steve Harrington in season one had the redemption of a lifetime. He was up there with Zuko from Avatar: Last Airbender with an amazing character arc twist. So I think season one was exactly what it should have been. It was setting you up to meet the characters.
I agree
with that. I've been telling Jack this. I told you this once, Mark. I kind of want to play Dungeons and Dragons now because of the show. Like, it just looks like it's so much fun. You just get like a bunch of close friends together, and you just like you let your imaginations run wild. But yeah, like if the show stopped after the first season, you would ask me who some of my least favorite characters were. I would have said Hopper right off the bat. Once he started caring after episode 3, that's when he got good. When he was just like that douchebag in the beginning, I did not care for him.
Yeah, that was the whole point of it. It was his character development, like Mark said. Yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of stupid shit from Brandon off this show. I'm gonna let you know.
I am literally, my mouth is dropped. Yeah. He was, in my opinion, out of all the characters in season one, Elle was annoying. Mike was good. Mike's character arc shifted. Season one, he was his. Season 4, he was his worst. He's been on a decline. Hopper's been on the opposite.
I agree.
Season 1 to season 4, he's been on.
I completely agree with that.
Season 1, he was amazing. Season 4, I was like, meh. But like, Hopper is the GOAT, man. I'm literally rocking.
Yeah.
Listeners can't see, I'm rocking a good old mustache right now, and it's because of Hopper. I love me some Hopper. Oh
yeah, I agree. He was like the best in season 1 by far.
Can you say that there's a definitive main character of season 1, or is it just everybody combined? Like the main crew?
Mike and Elle. I think Mike.
Yeah, it's Mike and Elle for sure.
I don't know about that, because I'm feeling it's Joyce. That's who I'm feeling.
No, she's very relevant in it, but she's not the main. Like, I would say Will is more of a main character than
she's a main character because of Will.
Mm-hmm.
She is brought into it. She is not like a factor that much into it, because really, like, what besides her like speaking to him, like, what does she bring to the show? She really doesn't figure anything out. Everything else, or everyone does everything for her.
I guess
much in that season.
A good point. That is a good
Yeah,
point.
she really doesn't do anything to help save Will. She just tries to communicate with them.
She does go into the upside down with Hopper though.
With
Well,
Hopper.
obviously, yeah, because she's not going to do it herself.
Yeah.
She probably
She
could
kinda-
have.
She kind of like that's like with one of the things of her character development. She was actually like able to do stuff. Like she was very
Yes.
unable to do stuff at the beginning of the show. She didn't have any like confidence in herself to do anything because she didn't have this experience of going through something like this. Well,
That
none
is-
of them did, but
That is true.
the kids are a lot smarter than her, obviously.
Dusty Buns, my man.
I love Dustin. He's awesome.
Dusty Buns.
All right. So then we'll jump to season 2. Get your thoughts on that. I know Jackie said this was one of the worst seasons. Is this your
This
least
is my
favorite?
least favorite season.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's my least favorite season.
Agreed.
It didn't really have much to it. Is
Mhm.
the problem. Because I like the thing is season 1 easily could have been it, but if it would have had like the same magnitude as season 1, I would have said it's better. But the problem is like there wasn't really like those huge events like season 1. Obviously there was still character development, but there wasn't really that many characters added to the show this season compared to season 3 to where it actually there was just not much character. It was just basically a character development season, and it really, and I guess it tied the backstory into it a little bit, but yeah, I just thought it was a little boring in my opinion.
I think there were a couple bright spots. You got Bob.
Bob
Cool.
is awesome.
Samwise
Yeah.
Gamgee. I mean, I love him and everything, but you got Bob. You got Max and Billy. Great characters. Much amazing. I love their story. I think it kind of opened up the universe to kind of bring in some better characters, which in the future we'll get to season 4. Max is very important, obviously. So is Billy in season 3. So it's, you needed season 2 to get to seasons 3 and 4. I just felt like they went a little wonky on me when Elle ran away.
Yes. The Lost Sister
Yeah.
is the worst episode of the entire series. That's hands down.
Easily the worst. And I don't know.
It was bad.
The mind flare, they didn't explain it enough, but now looking at it,
I agree.
Looking at it where we are, it's cool to see. But before, the mind flare to me was like,
The smoke monster mind flare though was an awesome character design. It looks so sick.
It looks awesome. I agree 100%. 100%. I just couldn't get on board with the direction it went, them being, I don't know, like that big hole in the middle of Hawkins. But I will say, hold on, season 2 brought us something that is glorious. And it's my favorite thing in all of Stranger Things. Season 2 brought us Nanny Steve. And I'm here for that.
That is true. That's
yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
It also gave us the second greatest fist fight in the series with Billy versus Steve. So
that's a good point. That was a very good Duke Out Fest. I was feeling the vibes in that one. I'm like, by the way, hold on, everyone. And full disclosure here. I am a huge simp for Steve Harrington.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, same.
I will fight a bear for him. If he says fight that bear for me, I'm fighting the bear without question. So anything that happens good with Steve is good with me. So that the season where he got his ass kicked in that one, didn't he? He did.
Yeah.
He
got the upper hand and then he just got throttled.
Yeah. One thing that I did forget though about with season 1 was that Hopper and Joyce went to Terry Ives or whatever.
I did forget that too.
And I forgot about that. And then it was just weird that they never brought it up to Elle, and then Elle found it out herself. I thought that was a little interesting.
I agree.
In that season,
Mm-hmm.
that was just a thing that they just never said to her, and then she figured it out herself. And I connected the dots watching a recap of season 1. Because it's been so long, obviously, since I watched it. But
in season 1, I forgot that Hopper's house got bugged.
Yeah,
I completely forgot about that part.
Yeah.
But I think also the thing that drags down season 2 is some of it seemed avoidable. Like Dustin, as smart as he is, there's no way he should have taken Dart into his house at all. Like that could be completely avoidable.
Good point. Very good. Very dumb. Very dumb.
That was a stupid move.
Yes, it was. Yes, you're right. For how smart he is and how involved he is in Dungeons and Dragons. Also, I will say I have played D&D and it is fabulous. If you have not yet played it, please do. I am an elf and it's awesome. I love her second elf. But anyway, when you play games like that, you're smart. You have street smarts. They are street smarts kids. For him to bring in, and he knows, especially, it'd be totally different if he didn't know what it was.
He
Yeah,
played it
exactly.
off like he didn't know, but there's no way he's just like, oh, what the hell is this thing?
There's only 4 kids in all of Hawkins that saw what happened inside. 5 kids of 4 or 5. 5. What happened inside of Hawkins in the school? He knows exactly what that thing is. He knows. So that was Brandon. I agree. That was
That was dumb.
great.
Like-
Point.
And then he had to play it off to his mom that the cat just died or
But-
just went missing.
That also did bring us Steve and Dustin together, though, because Dustin got Steve to come over to his cellar to help knock out Dart.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
right.
I guess
That
that's
is
the plot. That's the plot
then
point that brought.
It's worth it then. If I get more Steve and Dustin, I'm in. So it's fine with me.
yeah, that is true. I forgot about that.
So yeah. Overall, it probably is the worst season, but it's still not bad at all.
Wait,
It's
wasn't that this? Didn't it at the end though? Didn't isn't that where he they passed Dart in the tunnels or whatever?
Yeah, and he
he's
fed
like
him
he
the Three
knew,
Musketeers.
yeah, like that was a funny part to the scene. That was one of the funny
And that
parts.
turned very sad after that because
Why?
all the demo dogs died, and they just zoomed in on Dart with the Three Musketeers next to him.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was just a cool part though. It wasn't really sad. Like who actually had any emotional attachment to Dart besides Dustin? No one.
Right.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah. No one did. I didn't have any emotional attachment at all.
Yeah.
no.
But
I did a little bit.
also,
Just
also
'cause I love
I'm,
animals.
I'm not sure about like the tunnel system thing. Like I understand how it works, but not sure if it was like the best idea for like the upside down.
I thought it was a good one. I thought it was good.
I don't. Is the tunnel the upside down?
I think it is.
No, I don't think the tunnel is upside down. I think
Because isn't it part of the mind flayer though? And the mind flayer's from the upside down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's technically part of the upside down though,
I
because
think
it's still
I think
inland.
But it's like,
But-
you know how in like they went underground and they got close to the wall that was opening up and Elle had to use her
Yeah.
powers to close it. Like I think it's like that. Like she's close to the gate. I don't think like the water in season 4 when they jump in, they're swimming on the water. That's not technically the gate. They're close to the gate. You know what I mean? Like I don't think the tunnel is the upside down. I think the upside down is
I think it's just a continuation of I think it's just a massive continuation of a gate between the upside down and the real world. I don't think it's actually
That makes
Yeah.
more sense.
because she closes the gate and the tunnels are connected through the gate, so it's not really the upside down because it's still
Yes.
it's not like they go down and then they're so I don't think it technically is
Just the
it's kind of
confusing part is when I was watching the recaps, like when Hopper went into the into the tunnels the first time, it showed the camera like flipping upside down when he went in. So like
it did show that.
that
I
can be
remember that
confusing.
scene. I recently rewatched for like the 8th time, but it did do that. But
Yes.
I don't think it's connected quite. It's close. I'll do more research on it. That's a good point there, Brandon. But I don't think it is the upside down from what I know.
It's the gray area.
Gray area. It's a gray area. Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
like every rule in the NFL. It's a gray area.
Yeah, okay, I must say I saw Jared's story today. He is one of the corniest dudes ever, and I love him for that though. Did you see what he posted?
What do you I
Can't
didn't
believe
see
that
it when you
about
post.
The Grady Jarrett rough in the pass or whatever. Jared took a screenshot of it. It's like, I can't believe the NFL interviewed me for this, a rough in the passer call, because it just said Jarrett.
Oh,
Jared is still mad about the call. It was a terrible call, but
it was an awful call.
I'm not here to talk sports. I'm here to talk Stranger Things. I want to talk Stranger. Move along. What's the next?
Okay, season 3. Starcourt Mall. Starcourt Mall is the best location they have done.
Season 3 is
the best episode.
Which is
yeah, no, I agree. Season 3 is the best season.
Yes,
if that's what you said. Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. I everything on the lines of where their characters are and where they ended up. I think the theming of the entire, it was in the summer. I'm a summer guy.
Yep.
So like summer, 4th of July, the fireworks, it was like the color was vibrant and alive. I just felt like that season reminded me of like a childhood when I was in summertime. And I'm like, listen, I'm a lot older than you two. So you guys are kind of there. Like you guys are in school. So you guys get it. You guys get your summer. It's awesome. I'm an adult now. There's no such thing as summer. So like I got to like watch that and be like, yes, like that's awesome. Summertime is the best. And then just like the way that the what was that? Was that the mind flayer? No, what was that? That was the
it's the mind flayer meat puppet. The mushy mind flayer, as I like to call it.
The meat puppet.
Is that what they? Is that what's
That's an
called? I
official
just
Definitely
term
remember
of
the
not.
mind flare.
meat puppet.
That is definitely not the name. There's no way that's what the name is.
That's what something said. That's the meat puppet.
Oh my.
The Mind
That's
Flayer's meat
weird.
puppet.
But best season easily. Easily.
Yeah,
I mean, bringing
think,
Robin,
like-
wonderful.
Yes.
yeah,
Erica, most
Amazing.
underrated character. Erica, Robin,
yeah. She's so funny.
and Steven together finding out about the Russians is just an amazing dynamic of story. I love it.
Yeah,
I was not okay with the Russians. I'm like, ew. Are we really
That's
doing
weird.
another American Russian story? Come on.
I'll
But
get to a question about the Russians. I want your takes on that, but we'll do that a little bit later after.
I think Brandon was confused by it, and I think he brought it up to me. I was like, Brandon, you realize that like this time was like towards the end of the Cold
Do you
War.
want me to
Like, you
just
don't even
ask my
think about
question
it.
now?
yes.
You might as well. 'cause we're talking
How
about it.
did the Russians figure out about the gate in Hawkins if the government covered it all up and wrote it off as a chemical leak that killed Barb? Like, how did they know that right here was where they should put their giant key machine to try and get into the upside down? Yeah. Why?
They're the Russians. They know.
But like they didn't have any play through the first 2 seasons besides 11 like spying on them telekinetically.
So I will say that I've always had it. I've never had issues with questions like this because I see movies as a vantage point and a point of view from what we're watching. We don't know, like I do, and I think it's Star Wars. We see the Star Wars saga as only thing that's ever happened in the universe is what happened with Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars saga. There is so much other going on. We don't know
Mhm.
how some things over here has led to the big events that happened in the Star Wars saga. It's the same thing. We don't know. And I think maybe in season 5, we'll find out because it doesn't sound like the Russian storyline is over, does it? I don't think it is.
No, it's definitely not.
So I feel as if we're going to get some clarification on that because you're right. How did the Russians find out? The way I see it is you can kind of, if they want to, they could kind of rely on the cheat that it was 1980. America was trying to get an upper hand on Russia and spies happened. That's how I see it. I'm not kidding. I don't spend too much time investing over little questions like this because we don't know what's going on behind closed doors when it comes to like spies and
Fair enough.
leaked information.
That's like exactly what I told Brandon. I was
Yeah.
like, it's just what was going on in those times that you just kind of might have to connect the dots if they don't ever explain it. Like that's what was going
And
on.
it's not too big of a reach. Like if it was something bigger,
Right.
Yeah.
what makes me think that they've known actually longer than we have, I think that America learned about it from the Russians. That's how I see it. Because if you look at it in season 4, they already had a demigod. They already had their camp set up. I feel like they've had this set up for a long time to build all the machines and stuff. I feel like they've known before America. And I think America found out from the Russians. That's how I take it. And maybe
I also think that there's a chance that the laboratory could be involved with Russia as well because Brenner or whatever that guy's name,
Yeah.
Bremer or whatever,
Brenner,
he is
yeah.
he's like a corrupt dude, so he definitely could be
Sure.
involved with them.
So you think he double crossed the US there?
I don't think he
that-
double crossed. I think
But
he saw potential. He saw potential of
Yeah.
power and control. And he's like, I want this and I will do whatever it takes to get it. And I think he maybe asked the Russians or relied on the Russians or leaked something to the Russians to get an upper hand. That's how I take it. You can, and that's what's so great about like these conversations is, that's a not so big to the storyline that they need to really explain it. We can kind of theorize about it. So it's fun. Good question though. I
That
like
also makes sense why more of the like in season 4 the US government is also after L.
That's what I was just about to say. That's what
That
I was
makes
just
more
about to
sense
say.
now. I like what you're thinking,
Yeah.
Mark.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, yeah, they were after L or whatever. He was hiding them from the U.S. government, so that must mean he's also involved with hiding away from the U.S. government. So there's very good chance that he might be like involved in all that.
And
That's
that
a good
one
point.
general had a real big vendetta against this homie. He was like hell bent on finding Brenner. So he was like, I gotta find him. And he was only beating the pulp out of an innocent guy. Why would he
Yeah.
beat the pulp out of an innocent guy to find a girl like her? I think because Brenner either leaked the information that they had on L in the project to the Russians, or he was the spy to get the information from the Russians, and he got the information, and then he hooked it out of there and did his own thing. So anyway, good question, Brandon. Look at that. Good conversation.
Isn't he still? Is he still alive? I can't remember.
Heck
No,
no,
he's
he got
dead.
shot. He gone.
I forgot.
He's got to be
Oh,
dead.
that's right. He got shot. Okay, that's
He's-
right.
If
He
that
got shot. I
homie comes
forgot.
back from this, I'm done. That would be stupid. He
Yeah,
got
that would be
destroyed
stupid.
by a Demogorgon in season 1 and then got
But what
Yeah,
if
I saw that too. That was like dumb.
what if because like the general is still at the facility, right? Like, what if he revives him to get more secrets out of Brenner? You don't think so?
No, he's dead.
He gone. He gone. You can't revive. You can't revive too much. He's He gone. He needs to be dead. Leave it be. Move on. Nah.
Fair enough.
He gone. Well, what did you guys think in season 3? Because I know there's a lot of controversy on this. What did you guys think of the dynamic between Nancy and
Jonathan?
Jonathan? Because personally, I will die on it. Nancy's making a mistake being with Jonathan.
Oh yeah.
You have
Yeah, no, definitely.
Steve Harrington in your presence, and you choose Jonathan Wheeler? What's wrong with you? So for me, a big conversation on my episode over at Coffee Talk Captain Coffee. I had Eddie on. We were talking. It makes no sense why Jonathan is where he is. That dude is a loser. I am sorry.
Yeah.
I am a fan of all people.
But-
That dude's
but-
a loser.
Relationships through shared trauma. They were in
Oh,
it
that is
together.
true.
Like
Easy.
they
Steve
when-
saved their asses with
Huh?
a cool back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when Nancy went into the upside down, who was there to pull her out of the tree? Jonathan.
Because well, all right, good point. But I will say, like, fine. But Steve would have done it. Steve would have done. He would have been in that upside down with her.
Would he though? Because he had not turned quite yet.
Is he in?
No, he only saw Jonathan and Nancy together after they got done with that whole experience.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right, fair point. Just as season
Also,
after season 1, there's no reason why. So that's why in season 3, they're
Yes,
kind
no,
of
now she's making a mistake, and yeah.
you can kind of see in season 3 they're kind of starting to separate a little bit. And
yeah, I definitely could see that.
I've never been a fan of those two, but in season 3, that really solidified it for me.
They're both good characters on their own, but I don't think they need to be together.
Nancy is easily the best female on the show, and it's not even close.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a boss ass bitch.
There was
Yeah,
a really
she's a-
cool picture of her in season 1 picking up the wooden bat. She's about to go fight the Demogorgon, and she's swinging it, and she looks like a complete dweeb. So it pans from that to season 4, where she's holding a freaking sawed-off shotgun, shooting at Vecna.
Yeah.
Awesome. Just
Yeah,
awesome
she's the
character development. Again, Stranger Things is based off their character development. Love Nancy. Nancy
Yes.
Wheeler is the queen. Love.
yeah, she's boss ass bitch.
Yeah.
Last note on season 3, if you guys have any more, like, do you got more discussion about it or not?
Billy.
I feel like I, for some reason, just forget. Oh yeah,
I do too.
I don't know
So I'm
how we
just
can't talk
scrolling
about
through the
Billy.
episodes.
Gotta
I
talk
don't.
about Billy. Gotta talk about Billy.
Yeah,
Billy, yes. One of the recaps or whatever I was watching was about how like the Mind Flayer, aka Vecna, got better at controlling his victims, because in season 2, Will was more like erratic and stuff like that. But then in season 3, especially the sauna scene, like the Vecna used like he used humanity and stuff to try and kill Max in that scene, and that was a hard scene to watch. That was ooh.
Yes. And you know what, man? Like, again, this goes to show how wonderful the writing is.
Mhm.
The fact that in season 2 and 3, Billy was a complete dick to Max.
Yep.
And in season 4, she's remorsing his death, but at the same time, she wanted him to die. It's just beautiful writing, man.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Yeah.
I just love their entire interaction between Max and Billy. I just think it's awesome. And Billy, in my opinion, is one of the best like small screen villains I've ever seen. Incredible.
Yeah.
He adapted them, and it's the Mind Shadow, by the way. Season 3's villain.
Oh, it's not the meat puppet.
I don't know what is this? Muppets 3D? No, it is
It's
not a puppet. Meat Puppet sounds very.
oh, that's a band, the Meat Puppets.
There's no way. I don't know. What's the demo? Can I like cussing? Is that allowed in this or no?
Yeah,
Like, what's
go
the-
ahead.
Bro, Meat Puppet sounds incredibly sexual. I'm just saying. Meat Puppet? Ugh.
I think he just made it that way.
No, I can see where he's going. I
No,
can see where he's
I
going
mean-
with this.
There is an official definition of meat puppet. Do you want me to read it real quick? A human body without consciousness quotations a person who mindlessly follows the commands of others.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair. Respect, Tommy. You won that one. Touche to you. You know how I roll. I turn everything in that way because it's just more fun.
But also, when you look up Meat Puppet Stranger Things, it does come up.
Huh.
So
Weird.
I guess it's the unofficial nickname is the Meat Puppet.
No, I got nothing else on season 3 other than it's the best.
Respect to
Oh,
Alexi.
I think.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Alexi. No.
Him and Murray are such a good combo.
I was about to say.
I love Murray.
Murray again. In season 3, we got introduced to Alexi, right? He was
Yep.
in season 3.
Yep.
And we got really
Murray was in season 2.
Yeah, but Murray
But not good.
now,
And so was Erica. Not good.
Erica and Murray really came out in season 3, and Robin was in season 3. Just season 3 brought in so many lovable characters that just they're the best. God, season 3 is just amazing, and I love the color. I'm a color guy. If you've got vibrant color in your movie, I love you. And their colors were spot on. The mall, beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah. I think, in my opinion, I think Billy is the best side character in the entire show. If you don't consider him a main character, if depends on what you consider
season
the main
2,
characters.
he was a side character. I think he's a main character in 3.
I don't think he's still a main character though. Like I know he's the main character of the season, but I think
the
main characters
villain.
But the thing is, main characters wise, I would say last throughout the entire show. Billy was still a side character because he was only involved in 2 seasons.
Yeah, I agree.
But is Max a main character? She wasn't in season 1.
But
I feel she's also lasted a longer than he has. He lasted like a season and a half. He was really only a part of the season and a half.
Yeah, Matt, and it's not he. Yes, he was a very important storyline. He was only important in season 2. He really wasn't season 3. He really wasn't that big of a.
That's fair. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So season 3 is when he came big.
So Max, he's a little bit more than a side character, but not quite a main character.
He's your villain, and your villain is crucial to your story. Yes. But when you look at Max has been in the thick of it since season 2. So I think she's definitely way more of a main character than Billy.
That's true. Yep.
Yeah. There was definitely a couple moments in season 3 that gave me the chills, like Miss Driscoll eating the rat poison.
That scared the bejesus out of me.
Yeah, that was terrifying. Or also the part where they're all the people are standing with a mind flare and singing at the end of that was terrifying.
Gross.
Yeah, that was creepy.
Also, stupid Tom and Bruce fighting Nancy and Jonathan. That was creepy.
Yeah, that
in the hospital.
Yes, in the hospital. That hospital scene, very creepy, very good. That's like old time horror movie vibes right there.
It is.
Yeah, that was
very good.
Definitely some. That's what I'm like those moments. That's in all the stuff we just been talking about. That's why I just think it's made it. It was a little bit better than season 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm forgetting something, but we'll move on. I'll see if I can remember it. Season 4. Not epic conclusion to the series, but to the series so far. Did you get secondhand embarrassment when Elle tried to use her powers on Angela?
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that was weird. Am I the only one? That damn.
Maybe no.
Kinda. Yeah. I wasn't really that embarrassed. I thought it was funny.
But I will say Angela.
I cringed. I'll say that. I will.
No, definitely a cringy scene. My wife is the same way. She, whenever something awkward happens, she just kind of cowers away. She went right to her phone. She's like, I can't watch this scene because it's so awkward.
Yeah.
And I agree. Yeah, it was an awkward scene, but I don't cringe at that stuff because, look, let's be honest. We all know that if it really came down to it, Elle could whoop her ass in a heartbeat. And I will say, she deserved every lick of that skate to the face. Every ounce of it. She deserved it.
Oh, yeah, she deserved it. I still think Angela could maybe take that Elle. No powers Elle, I think Angela might win that one out.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's a scrappy fighter, most likely.
Yeah, I feel like Angela, no, she's a dirty fighter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even if that means she has to stomp on a toe, hit her in the eyes, and then, hit her in the gut.
Exactly.
She wouldn't fight fair. No. But
no, she wouldn't.
And Angela irked the hell out of me. She was perfect. She did her job. Irked the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Did her job. She was the worst. Oh my god. Oh, but we need to. If it's season 4 time, we're going to talk about the main thing of season 4, and that is my main man, Eddie Munson. Can we all
Yeah,
that he is the
he's
light
awesome.
shine of season 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was great.
The best. I
Yeah.
love. I at first I was like meh. As it went on, fell in love with him so much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he was easily likable.
incredible.
Yeah. After that,
Yeah.
after that cafeteria scene, I started to get on board with him.
Yes.
Once
Yeah.
Chrissy died, that's when I was like, oh yeah, Eddie is a good dude. Like he's a cool man.
He's cool. He was the man. Is
The what? Yeah. Go ahead.
Which I mean,
Sorry.
like, let's talk about that Chrissy death. Like all of Vecna's kills, like they just didn't hold back this season on how graphic they were gonna be.
they did not.
Yeah.
The
No.
bending and the snapping and the eyes and caving just
Yeah.
nope.
The part
Yeah.
that gets me the most all the time is the jaw snapping. I don't
Yeah,
like
the
that.
jaw snapping. No, for me, yes,
Yeah.
the shins. The shins,
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's
the
also bad.
shins.
the
Yeah.
shins should not move in that direction. So for me, that was
No.
the one I was like, huh. Like you can kind of like turn your elbows and shit in and look weird. Like
Yeah.
when your shins go horizontally, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in trouble. You're out. You're done. You're in the trenches.
Yeah. One thing with the deaths, though, I felt like that was like one thing that carried like the beginning of the season because I thought the beginning of the season started very slow, for me at least. I thought the first like 3-4 episodes were like kind of slow in my opinion.
You cannot say Dear Billy is slow. Take that back.
What do you mean?
That episode 4, you cannot say that's a slow.
Yeah, that's when it started. But I'm saying like the first 3 episodes are like I felt like it kind of took a little bit for them to get into like the intense parts of the season.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would agree. I mean, the end of season 1 was what's her name biting the dust. No, wait, what? No, what are we talking?
No,
You just said
No,
season 1.
Oh, we're on season 1. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait,
What'd
no, we're
No.
on season 4, but you said season 1, and you said someone bit
I
the
think he meant to
dust.
say Chrissy. He used Chrissy bit
Oh,
the dust.
yeah.
Is what you
Yes,
meant to
when
say.
Chrissy-
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
when Chrissy
I think he
bit-
meant to say episode 1 is what you were
Yeah.
saying.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I agree. I think season 4 started a wee bit slow, just a little. I would agree with that. Like freaking the Will, Jonathan, and Mike storyline was very weak in my opinion. That was
Yeah,
it's not great.
Yeah,
I did not care about their story at all. I was like, whenever they were on screen,
yeah.
Except the gunfight at the buyer's house
Very
was
good.
awesome.
very good. It was actually a very good scene. And my dude Argyle, the pizza guy.
You like him?
I
Oh
hated
my
that
god,
guy.
yes.
He was annoying to me. He was so
No
annoying.
way.
He had his bright spots, but I would say he was more of a downer than I liked him.
No.
Also, the only reason why I would say he was like boring to me or like I didn't really like him is I'm just not the biggest fan of like the stoner personality. I'm just
He is very one-dimensional.
Like I'm just not a big fan of that personality. Like even in real life, like I just never been a part. Like that's not my scene, or that I just like those people I don't generally get drawn to. So
Fair.
kind
No,
of just that's kind of why I didn't like him. Not that he was a bad character, it was just his personality.
There was many points where like he would put on his normal shtick or whatever, and it'd just be like, dude, just read the room for once in your life. Just like read the room and not say anything this time, please.
that's fair. I thought he was freaking hilarious, but besides him, I felt like did you guys see the twist coming with Henry, number 1, and Vecna being the same person?
I did pick up that when they were talking about when Creel was talking about Henry's backstory or like the house's backstory, that they did say Henry was sensitive. So I like kind of put that in the back burner, but I didn't like think it right away.
Did as I'm sitting here stroking my mustache, did you understand that reference? He's a sensitive young boy.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, oh yeah. Who else has said that?
Has to be Hopper.
Huh?
It would have to be Hopper,
I
right?
feel like it's gotta be Brenner.
No. Season 1, episode 1, the first 15 minutes of the movie.
Oh, Will.
No. Someone said he is
Oh, damn.
Joyce.
That's right.
Hopper at the very beginning of season
Now
1.
it's coming back to me.
And this
Oh
is
yeah.
season
After he went missing and she files a
You're
police
missing
report or
the
whatever.
beginning, and she's like, he's a very sensitive boy. Krell said that about Vecna.
Henry.
Henry.
Yeah.
I think Will, and this has been my thing since the beginning. When you think about Vecna finally has an opportunity to come back, right? He's finally back in the world after what's her name opened the portal, right?
11. Yeah.
I'll open the portal, the gate. He has the ability to go through all the minds. We saw it. He can shift through minds and pick who he wants to choose. Why would he physically go and choose Will Byers?
That's one of my big questions that I had written.
And I have
That's
the freaking answer.
Oh, I'm ready. I don't
Oh,
really have
you're buckle up, my friend, because it's about to get hot and heavy in here. I'm getting myself situated because I'm about to go to town. Here we go. So I'm ready for this. So in season 4, everyone listen, I'm gonna put it out there. Everyone thinks that Will's gay. Very good possibility. Understand? Whatever.
that was also one of my questions.
I definitely 100%. Will is that's it, whatever. Fine, go for it. My thing is what if everyone thinks his conversation he was having with Mike in the van about releasing who you truly are? Everyone thinks, oh, that's cute. That's his coming out thing. No. What if that's him telling Mike that he has the same powers as El, but he's been hiding it the whole time because he's scared what his friends will say? Because why would Vecna choose him unless he has the powers? What if he's number 12 and he was going to get abducted from from Brenner when Brenner finally found out? I'm telling you, he has powers. He has powers and he's been hiding it the whole time. Just wait and watch. When it comes out, I'm dying. When it comes out in 10 years from now, and we're watching it, you're all going to say, wow, he has powers. And that's because Mark Bradley called it. Now I'm dying.
I don't want to see that happen though. If I'm going to be honest, I don't want to see that happen.
For some reason, I don't know why. I feel like I've heard or seen this. Like,
I have too.
this, like about him having powers. I don't know why, but
there was a fan-made poster or whatever that I looked at last night, and it shows like Vecna behind Will, and Will's nose is bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't want to see that happen though, because I think one person with superpowers is enough. Like we saw what happened with the Lost Sister
but
episode.
That would be such a good twist to the story, though.
Like there's
so poetic to the story and to the kid.
Yeah, it really would.
Playing D&D, wanted to be the wizard. He was the wizard.
He was.
In defeat Vecna, the wizard.
They already have El, right? When Mike like professed his love for El, why didn't Will just be like, oh yeah, I got powers too, bitches. Like I can fight off evil demons.
I don't think he knows how to use it yet.
Yeah, I agree.
Untapped.
But then how is he hiding them if he doesn't know how to use them?
Maybe he has different powers, because as we found out from Vecna, everyone has different ability. That's what I took at saying. So we don't know what his ability is yet. It could be foreseeing the future. It could be we don't know. So
do they though? Because like the only other person that we've seen to have a different power than like the rest of them is 8 with the mind thing.
And Vecna.
So
Vecna and El have different powers.
Do they?
Vecna goes into people's minds. That's his
thing.
But he can also do the telekinetic stuff.
Well, I think that's like a given. It's so I'm a massive Star Wars nerd. Technically, with Star Wars lore, when you are connected to the Force, it gives you different usages of the Force. Yes, everyone has the same, I can do high flips, I can do mind control, but everyone has a different usage of their powers.
Then I would have liked to seen that fleshed out a little bit more in 2 and stuff like that. Because it when they're running the tests, like the light bulb test and like the pushing tests where they stand in the squares, everybody's powers were the same.
Yes, but also they were also tamed to do one thing. That was to be a weapon. Vecna got out, and we saw what his powers were and were. What's his name? Number 8 got out. She was no longer under control of what's his name, Brenner. So she had time to kind of hone in on what her powers are outside of the facility. And now Elle is out, and we truly don't even know what her powers are and how she got them and all that good stuff. We're going to find all that out. And I have a theory on who her father is too, which we'll get to in a little bit. But I'm saying
it's some random dude.
No, it's not some random dude. It's Vecna. 100%.
What were your thoughts on Hopper in the Russian prison? I wish he would have gotten out sooner.
Yeah.
Cool. Like I felt like it wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was a good part, like side thing to the thing, because I thought he played the scene, like played it out well. Like
he did.
Maybe it wasn't needed. I mean, I guess it wasn't really needed as much, but
But like I told you, Jack, all the best strength of the show is like most of the best scenes are when all the characters are together or in like close proximity because their chemistry between each
Yeah,
other is
but
just
that's not
so
what the
good.
season was about, though.
That's what season
That's
5 is going to be. That's what season
Is
five
where
yeah,
just
that
everybody
yeah,
is
we're like.
together.
back
I'm fine with
together.
that.
And you got to remember,
That's
all of these guys are off doing big things now. It's very hard for them
yeah,
to get their schedules together where they can all be together. So I feel like they were like, all right, so how can we have it where Will's off doing this? Joyce is off, Hopper's off, Murray's off. How can we make them not all be together? So in season 5, when they all do get together, it's going to be special. So I think it had a purpose. I just didn't love it, but it had a purpose and it was fine. I didn't hate it, didn't love it. Loved the conclusion to it though.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
When he's in the pit and the music's going and he picks up that
Yeah.
freaking sword and he yanks his head off with that's oh my god, dude. That was a Ken Griffey
Yeah.
swing at his head.
Also,
Yeah.
did you like Dimitri or not? Like the
Yes.
prison guard. Yeah, he was pretty sick. I liked
yeah,
him.
Dimitri was cool.
He
Yeah,
was great character. Love him. I thought he was gonna die, but
And then is the running up the hill scene, is that the like what people are gonna remember from Stranger Things from here on out? Like
should be.
yeah,
the
There is
one
so
scene.
many amazing as a huge mental health advocate. That scene is incredibly deep with what music can do. I'm also a big music guy, not just music. It's being present in the music, and music can pull you out of the darkness. And when you listen to music and you think on the things that make you happy, she was literally seeing her happiness with the music playing. It's so poetic to mental health. It's amazing. Literally running up that hill. Mental health is a constant running up a hill. That's what you're constantly doing. There's never a downhill slope. There's never a release of that hill. You're always running up it. But to know that there's and people to help push you up that hill, it's amazing. Incredible. One of the most miraculous scenes I think I've ever watched. It was incredible. I will say I was crying. Did you all cry? Did you guys get teary at all? Or were you guys just chilling?
No, I was kind of like
Oh,
fist pumping a little bit, I think, probably.
That's
I don't know.
I no, I definitely was like it was definitely
It was
hit
a deep
hard, but
scene.
yeah, it was deep. So I was like, damn.
Just
I
like
more teared up when like Eddie was dying like that
Oh,
because
God.
mainly because I had like a deep connection with him. Like I invested a lot into that character was basically so like that's kind of why. But I would have if I would have deeply invested into like that. Like I definitely felt it though.
Brandon made me sign a contract to do this episode, and in my contract, I said we shall not discuss Eddie's death, and you broke the contract, so I'm out of here.
oh. Mark, do you
I
remember
didn't
the
know about this
foreshadowing?
contract.
Do you remember the foreshadowing in season 4, episode 1 with running up that hill? It's when Max is walking down the hallway and she has her Walkman on and it's playing Running Up That Hill, and it's right before Lucas stops her to say, hey, there's something wrong with you.
Oh, I did not. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so like I had already seen I spoiled it for myself, and I had already seen that scene before I started watching Stranger Things. And but that allowed me to also be like, damn, like that song was present from the beginning of everything too. So yeah, it was pretty cool to see.
Very, very one of, in my opinion, one of the best scenes that has ever been put, especially on television, because television is much cheaper. But I can't even like what I felt in that moment watching that scene. It was awesome. So cool. Still to this day, I get chills. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Do we think Eddie is dead?
Yes.
Do you?
100%.
Yeah.
I've heard things that because in the
Take it, King.
in
Do
the
it.
D&D campaign, Vecna has a little sidekick named, I forgot what his name was. Do you remember, Mark?
I want to say it's
It starts with a C or K, I believe.
Al, I think it is.
Vecna's sidekick.
And you're looking it up. He has a sidekick.
Cass the bloody handed, and he is a vampire. So
Hmm.
people think that Vecna's going to revive Eddie to make him a sidekick.
Mm-hmm. And now, you know what else is really funny, just to kind of push my theory along? There's two things. Number one, did you happen to see what tattoos Eddie had on his forearm?
No.
No, I definitely didn't pay attention that much.
Yeah, they were bats. He has bat tattoos on his forearm. So that's
kinda
either
sick.
showing that he was going to die by bats or that he's going to turn to a vampire. Number dose.
Or he just like bats.
All right, that's a possibility too. Number two, this is the one that's crazy to me. Do you remember the scene when Nancy is under Vecna's spell
Yes.
and you're going in
Yeah.
Eddie's room looking for music, and Robin holds up the disc and she's like, "We're looking for music. What kind of music?" And he's like, "This is music." Remember that scene?
Yep.
He's playing a song. I don't know the specifics of it, but all I know is that the very beginning of that CD or that disc that he's playing, if you put it in, you play it. The first lyric that comes out of that album is "Eddie is alive." I shit you not. I swear.
What album is this?
I
I thought
don't-
you were about to say
I saw
Master
it-
Puppets. It was a
I saw
Metallica
it
disc.
on TikTok. I saw it on TikTok and I freaked out. I went and looked up the song myself. I played it. "Eddie Lives" is one of the first lyrics that comes on. I shit
Wait,
you.
what's the song?
I have to find. I'll find it. I'll find it when we're done. I'll find it when we're done because it blew my mind. I was like, I don't believe this. This is skeptical to me. Played it, blew my mind.
Okay,
Um,
I'm just having trouble remembering that scene though, where they have that whatever.
When
I
they're
don't know
searching
why.
through Eddie's
'Cause I-
trailer, and like,
They need-
because Steve is still in the Upside Down with Nancy when she's getting like
yeah. No, I know.
her probably shit rocked in her mind, but yeah. Mark, did you get hyped when Dr. Brenner was giving, or not Dr. Brenner, Dr. Owens was giving the speech to 11 in the diner when he
Oh.
was like, Hawkins is
Yeah.
in danger.
Yeah, that scene was awesome. The scene that I thought speech wise that delivered a good speech that I thought was better was Mike's to Elle when she was fighting Vecna in the
I got a big thing about that. I got a big question though. We'll
Yeah.
get to it later, but hold your thoughts on that.
hold now. I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
we
good
got-
speech by the doc there. It was a good
I
speech.
do like Dr. Owens.
Absolutely.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
He is cool.
Yeah.
Dude's a gangster. Love him.
Yes. He's definitely gonna die next season, but whatever.
Stop that. Let's not put that into the universe. Stop that. We already lost Bob, Eddie, and Dimitri. Or Smirnoff.
Okay.
Alexi.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
wait
Hold
till you
your
hear what
thoughts on that too,
Brandon
Mark.
has to say.
Shut up, Jack.
Oh
Hold your
my
thoughts.
God.
All right, we're going into questions now. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
We already asked that. Why was Will the chosen one? Okay. Here, most of these are just kind of personal questions, but when 11 sent one through the gate to the Upside Down, did that gate close and then she opened a new one when she touched the Demogorgon, or did the Demogorgon come through the same gate and it just reopened?
Pretty sure it just reopened.
Pretty sure. So when she sent one to the Upside Down, she opened the gate, but then we literally saw the gate close.
Yes.
So when she touched the Demogorgon a couple years later, it opened that gate that she opened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was pretty positive about that one too.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
want to say one more thing about season three. That Billy's memory scenes always put me in a weird mood.
Yeah.
That just felt
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Okay.
It was
Moving on.
sad. It was what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Man. God, douchebag dads, man.
Yeah. All right. Me and Jack have had a big debate on this one.
I'm ready. I'll sell it.
How was Will able to talk to Joyce using Christmas lights in the Upside Down if the Upside Down is stuck on November 6th, 1983, and the alphabet was not yet on the wall? How would he know it's an alphabet? Because he'll see the light as explained in season 4, but he should not know that there's just an alphabet on the wall. Like, I rewatched a scene and Joyce, all she says is "talk to me." That's all she says.
All right. As the mediator of this divorce here, I would like for you guys to both do you guys have one take that you don't agree with? What's the deal? Tell me, talk to me. I want to hear what you guys
Okay. What did I say? I don't even remember.
You
Brandon.
just said I think about TV shows too much, about the details.
Oh yeah, definitely. I did say that for a fact. I don't know. Only reason why I thought it maybe could have been is because we don't know what date that was that she was trying to talk to him is the big thing, and that it was season 1 when this is happening. So that when the Upside Down is stuck at that time, it was at the time of when Will went
But that was
disappeared.
November
So
6th. She wrote the alphabet on November 7th.
He's not wrong. He is so far correct.
yeah, I really don't know. I think Brandon thought about it too much is basically what
I think
was
it's a
just
little bit
like-
of a continuity error, and that's all right.
But I also want to hear what Mark has to say because I think
Yes.
he'll prove Brandon wrong like he has a couple times already.
No, I haven't proved anyone wrong. I'm just here to give my very nerdy advice, my nerdy voice here. A couple of things. Number one, this kind of goes back to, first off, I will counter you with, how did Will know how to survive that long in the Upside Down? How did he know that singing, the thing that was going to keep him away from Vecna? Because he kept
That's
singing
true.
too. He knew. How did he know? How did he know?
That just like light bulb, because it was like, oh, Max, she used music to like think of happy stuff, so she probably did that to stay away from Vecna.
But what if we're getting back to my point that he has an unforeseen power?
Yeah,
Those things about the Upside Down, and he sees things differently. So maybe because we have not yet to see how does he see the Upside Down? We don't. When you
That's true.
You think Will was freaking in the Upside Down and ingested with the Mind Flare for a long time. No one else has been alive. Billy's dead. We don't know the ramifications of the fact that we don't know more goes to prove that they're keeping something for season 5 with Will. 100%. So I think it's less on why did that happen and more on how did Will survive?
We're not there yet.
Yeah, I don't think we're there yet. It's a great question. Awesome question. I think it's, again, Will has a connection to the Upside Down in some way.
They did. One of the fan theories is that he did imprint Hawkins on the Upside Down when he got there to cope with the situation. I don't know how much that would help or not, but like, also don't know how that makes enough sense. But if he does have this power that you're talking about, then
If
that could
he
be
has
possible.
power to kind of change reality, fine. But whatever. To answer your question, I don't know how he knew how to do that. That's a very good question, which could be a continuity error. But for me, I see it as Will has something special. Will is special for a reason.
Also, I'm just kind of thinking, how come the Demogorgon made its nest in the public library and then it just never came up again? Like that the public library was like another hotspot.
Was it?
Because I'm pretty sure it was that's where Barb's body was, and then Will was like getting like had the demo dog put in.
Well, all right. So kind of little history on the Ruffle brothers, Duffer brothers. I'm stuck on the Russo brothers from Marvel. They lost their contract out to make the It movies, the new live action adaptation, or not the new live action, but the new ones. There's a lot of undertone themes from seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4 with It's 1 and 2. In the first It, there's a lot of library scenes, so I feel as if maybe they're like, oh well, let's have the library be kind of like the nest, because that's where a lot of the kids did their research on It, the monster. So maybe that's the correlation. That's how I see it.
Okay, that could definitely just be an homage. That
yeah, knowing them, they make everything an homage to It and scary stuff. So.
And also Finn Wolfhard. So
yeah, exactly.
Okay, I want to hear from each of you. Which of the villains / creatures would be the most intimidating to face? Like, you don't know, like the Demogorgon is controlled by Vecna or anything like that. It's just a killing machine. Which is the most intimidating to face? Because I said it'd be the mushy mind flayer from season 3.
100%. Well, I don't know.
Is Billy considered a part of that?
No.
I would say Billy.
You would say Billy over like Vecna.
Yeah. Well, I don't. You didn't. I thought you just said Vecna doesn't get included.
Well, no, like I'm saying that you don't know that like he's controlling like the mind flayer and stuff. Like he's still in there, but like I'm saying, you gotta take this thing down in a fist fight. Like, what
is it? Okay, so my question is like when you see, as you like to say, the meat puppet. When you see the meat puppet out in the show, he's out in vibrant colors, but he's nasty and huge and scary.
Yeah,
I would be less scared of Vecna if I saw Vecna out in the mall.
Yeah.
But Vecna in his environment, which is in a scary, creepy environment, scares the shit out of me.
You're walking down an alley, and one of these things comes across your field of view.
100% then.
Vecna, okay.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. A dog is scary enough in an alley. Scary. Yeah. You see this monster-looking dude, I'm hauling ass. I'm out of here.
But is he from a distance, is he scarier than a full-grown Demogorgon?
I'm not gonna get close enough, so I'm out of here. That's what I mean.
It's definitely Billy.
You're still going Billy, okay?
Yeah,
I don't mind the
dude.
Billy because
I'm not fucking with someone with a mullet. Fuck that.
yeah, no,
That's your
no.
reason.
People with mullets.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
um,
You're not telling me that you see him, a guy like that, Billy, who's got erodes confidence.
I would be a
with a
lot less
mullet like
scared
that?
of Billy than I would of this 20-foot mush monster.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
mush
but
monster would scare me, but the difference is
If
like
you're in an alley though, you can't see what they look like. If you see a
But they would
mullet,
still be huge. The bush monster is still
yeah,
tall.
but you don't see anything of it. I don't know. I don't know. That
listen,
mullet
the
go crazy.
Demogorgon, the Demodog, and the meat puppet, they would give their identity away within seconds of being in that alley.
Yeah.
I'm
Would they,
running
though?
away
The Demogorgon is just a super tall man,
with a giant face.
but you don't.
Yeah.
If it's not open, then it's just a.
I'm
normal
not
looking face.
walking. If I'm walking down an alley and I see a figure that's like 7 foot tall, I'm sorry, I'm out of there. That could be a drug dealer or a Steelers fan. I'm out.
The
No,
Steelers.
I want
Yeah.
nothing. Mm-mm. The difference with
It
Billy,
would be Vecna or Billy with
the
me.
di- because your guard will be down and you'll get close enough to them.
That's a fair. Okay, that's a
They'll
fair
get-
point. That's a
so
fair
that's-
point.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. That's what I'm saying. You
I'm
would
still
see him
more
and you'd just
intimidated
be-
by the meat puppet than I am Billy, but your point is more valid now.
I'm gonna say meat wallet every time.
Yeah, dude, Billy. I
puppet.
don't know.
Good
Something
question.
about-
I'm gonna go with either Vecna or the meat puppet, but never.
Which one wins in a bare naked fight, Mark? Of
Oh.
all the villains.
The Vecna because he can control.
Well, yeah,
He doesn't have power over them. It's
no
just
power. Then the
Vecna?
meat puppet. The
Okay.
meat puppet
Yeah,
wipes.
but that's kind of lame. That's kind of lame. Then you
Well,
can't
like
just
Vecna
say
doesn't have power over them, but he still has
Oh.
powers.
Between Billy, Demodog, Demogorgon, and Vecna, those four, gotta take the meat puppet out of it. I'm gonna give mine to the Demodog, to the Demogorgon. Demogorgon's gonna whip their asses.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No powers, just what they got. Demogorgon all day long.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right. You might think I'm kind of crazy for saying this, but this is a hot take. Season 4, episode 4. When Victor Creel is explaining stuff, this might not go over well, but he didn't want to kill himself that bad if he didn't go for the arteries in his arm. And so because he went for his eyes, right?
Yeah, he went for his eyes because he didn't want to be able to see what was happening anymore.
But he said he wanted to join them, which is a big point of it.
Man,
Wait. Who the frick is Victor? I'm just like blanking. Who's Victor Creel?
The
again?
guy that owned the house.
he was the
Is
dude
that-
that
He's
cut out
the
his eyes.
father
it-
of Henry and
Okay. I just don't remember
the
him
jail
like
cell.
trying to kill himself. Was
yeah,
basically.
no, he was just like after they died and I got put in here, I wanted to join them.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, sure, man. Listen, I mean this in the nicest way possible. I feel bad that you watch movies and TV shows with this much thought and detail. That makes my head hurt.
Really?
Yeah,
No,
that's what I said,
like
too.
I like to think about stuff. It's
No,
not-
nothing wrong with thing, but like, I never would have thought of that. Like, I'm so just mind numbed by how awesome it is that I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're like, and I love it. It's a good thing. I couldn't do that. That's the way my wife is. She fights me on Marvel and Star Wars stuff on a constant, and it drives a nail in our relationship sometimes because I'm like, just enjoy it for what it is. Like, just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Wizards in space. Like, stop trying to. Yours makes more sense because it is real world stuff happening to some degree. But anyway, good question. I have nothing to say. That was a good question. I didn't.
Yeah, that's literally what I said to Brandon. I was like, dude, like, how do you like? I can understand why you enjoy it because that's how you think, but it's like I cannot go into it thinking that much because I will actually lose track of stuff if I do it like that.
Mhm.
The thing I do is
Uh-huh.
I have a list of my favorite scenes just written down on my phone. So I watch a scene, I'm like, oh, that's a good scene. I'll rewind it, write down the thing, and then watch it again. Or if like I need to point something out, like if I need to think of a question to ask, like for this thing, then I'll rewatch a scene, write down the question, go back into it.
Do you do that while you're watching it just normally, like casually?
Yeah.
You'll
I-
stop it, go
I hit-
back.
I hit pause, write down my question, rewind it, go
Wait a minute.
again.
Time out, Captain. Time out here.
Yeah?
Time out. Wait. We need it. Listen, I'm putting on my therapy glasses here, okay? You're telling me in a couple months when Wakanda Forever comes out. No, we'll say something comes out. We'll say that. You go see Wakanda Forever, you would want to pause that shit in the middle of it to write down things to talk about?
Maybe.
Oh
my.
bro, you ruined the vibe that way. You gotta
Yeah. What?
and then you go see it again, and then you can pause and like, dude, like if I did that with like Endgame would have been a 5.5 hour movie.
I rewatched the shootout at the Byers house like 5 times because I would watch it. I'd like lose my train of thought, go back and rewatch it again. And it was just that good of a scene, but it was.
Bro, that blows my mind. That like ruins the tempo to me.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it does. Sometimes it does,
It's
but
awesome to you that you can do that. That's like I could not do that. I need to just watch it and just vibe out when it's happening and then go back later.
Yeah. I feel like I would I feel like I wouldn't be present with it if I did that.
Man, that is
Because like the thing is that I get kept on my toes while I'm watching or whatever to like for the next scene, and Brandon just pauses it and then goes back. Like, how do you not get like antsy?
you still get the flow of it though.
no, really. You can't.
No,
Like it's
you
not
cut it
as
off.
good,
Listen,
but you
as your seasoned man, what are you guys? 20, 21, 20? Okay. I got 10 years
Almost
on.
20.
Oh man, I got 10 and 11 years on you guys. Okay, a lot of wisdom. The hair doesn't show it yet, but it's coming. Listen, Brandon, there's gonna come a time where you meet a sweet, sweet, fine lady. When you're watching a movie with your lady, don't you dare pause it ever. Like my wife would murder me. She would be like, "Why are you pausing this to take notes?" Don't do it ever with a woman. When you're by yourself, just rock.
Yeah, I'm not watching it with people. I'm watching it by myself.
No. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so hold on. Let's clarify this. Okay, let's clarify. If you're watching a movie, let's say in the future, the three of us are vibing out. We're watching the next Stranger Things season, and it's an awesome scene. Would you pause it as we're all watching it?
No, because I would just look at my phone, type down my thing, and then look back up.
We're good now.
Wait, so did you do that while you're watching the last episode of season 4?
Yes, I definitely did. Let's see. I'll look at my
How
notes.
long did that take you?
Not that long. I did have to throw in a pee break though too.
Wow,
that makes sense. It was already 2.5 hours to begin with. How the heck? Oh my god!
There was 7 scenes from that show or from that finale that I liked enough to write down. So
how long do you think it takes you to write down everything?
Like less than 20 seconds.
Oh.
Like it's just little snippets. I'm not like, oh, Eddie was on top of the trailer and he was vibing out to Master of Puppets and Dustin was cheering him on. No, I did not say that. I'm just like Upside Down Concert, season 4, episode 9.
Do you go back and watch it though, like you said, every time when you write down stuff?
A few times, yeah. Like Master of Puppets, I rewinded it twice probably.
Holy crumpet.
That's insane.
I'm not wearing a hat right now, but caps off to you, sir.
But they're like all of them are good scenes and stuff too, like that. I take note. It's not like it's not below average stuff.
Man.
Well, no, but damn.
Like that's my thing of like tipping my hat to the directors is that like here are like I take time out of it to like say, hey, here are like you blew me away in this moment.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That's awesome. I got it. I'm tipping my cap to you, sir. I could not do that. My attention span, I'm like a freaking golden retriever. If I pause and start all over again constantly, I would be, oh my God. I
would lose my shit.
Well, also a big thing that helped me is I just spew all my thoughts on the Jack after every episode. I would just, I would just
it's
say,
awesome. I love when he would ask me stupid questions too. And I was like, watch.
Stupid, I just didn't
watch.
know yet.
No, but I'm just like, watch the show, binge it, and then you'll get your answers. He just kept asking me questions. Like, I'm like, I can't answer that, can't answer that, can't answer that, can't answer that. I'm like, you're just defeating the purpose by asking me these questions.
but I'm not though.
Like maybe I'll
that was-
explain it, but at the same time, it's like I can't. Like, there's really no point for me to explain it when you're just gonna get it answered anyways.
Yeah.
That was one thing. I was like I was just like reading his like paragraphs that he sent me. I'm like, Brandon, I can answer like one thing that you asked me, and the rest is just like you got to watch yourself. Like, I'm sorry. But,
Man. All right, what's your next question? Because we could stay on this topic for the rest of the time.
Okay. Could Eddie have survived his injuries? Yes.
No.
Yes.
no.
Steve survived pretty much the same thing.
He had one bat. Eddie
Oh,
had,
he had
40.
multiple. He had
No.
multiple. Yes, he
No.
did.
Okay, hold up. He had one bat biting him. All the rest were pinning him down like he was in some sex movie. Like he was pinned. That was it. He only got bit by one bat. Eddie was getting chowed on by like 80 bats.
I'm
He's-
pretty
Yeah.
sure there was still two munching on Steve's side.
All right, there might have been two munching on his side. 2 versus 80. Give me the 2.
In the first part of the in that one part where they finally when they went up to the upside down, you're talking about Steve.
Yes.
He had 2 max. I know that for a fact.
He's still he had 2 biting his stomach and he's getting choked out. That's basically what the same was doing to Eddie.
Getting choked out.
No, he had a swarm. You couldn't. even
Yeah, and
see
there was
him.
still only like 4 bats on him. One of them was choking him out, 2 were knomping on his side.
No, it wasn't.
Other
You
ones were
couldn't even
holding him
see him
down.
'cause It was like what was it? What thing am I thinking of? Well, Dustin, when he went up there, the bats flew away because Dustin pulled up. There's like a scene I'm thinking of where there was stuff surrounding him. It's like Mufasa, wasn't there like a bunch of birds surrounding him or whatever at the time when he died or something? I don't remember. There's something I'm thinking of where like birds were
Simba.
surrounding a dead body.
Simba was surrounded by vultures when he left Magic Kingdom. My God, Pride Rock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
No, he was dead.
It's something like that. Yeah, he's dead. There's no way he could have survived that.
I think he survived. You guys are downers.
No, we're not. We're just being
I have
realists.
hope for Eddie. He could have came back.
He's gonna come back.
If Dustin didn't break his damn leg, he could have saved him in time.
Maybe. But
Well, how did Dustin break his leg again? I forgot.
Falling through the upside down.
Oh,
Like
that's
he had to
right.
climb
That
back
was-
up and he fell.
That was right. I forgot about that. It was just stupid. It was what it was.
All right. Here is another big point of controversy, Mark. Should more people more main people died in the season 4 finale?
no. And I'll tell you why, because there's a season 5. If this was season 4, absolutely. Season 5, no.
That's what I was saying. That's what
You
I was
didn't
saying.
say because there
what's-
was a season 5 though.
No.
But I was like, why? Their stories haven't
No,
ended yet.
exactly. Your season 5, you need to have 2 main kids die. Joyce or Hopper need to go. Nancy, Robin, Jonathan, Steve. 2 of them have to die. You have to kill off the main people.
Thank
Like,
you. Okay.
Eventually,
It's gonna-
I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, you kind of saw it. The director's like, "Oh yeah, we killed off 5 people. You only killed 4, and 2 of them no one cared about. Like, and
Patrick
one
and Fred.
no, the season finale.
Oh. Jason.
Jason, Eddie, who are the I don't even know. I don't even know who the other 2 were. Oh, Brenner, and then there was one more. Who was the?
But he wasn't season finale. He was before that.
Oh.
Like I guess can you somewhat count Max? Not really, because she's back for now.
That's what. That's one of the 2. She's not dead. That's why, like, I think you can't kill everybody off in season 4 yet, because there's gonna be season 5. I'm cool with them not killing them off. At first, I was disappointed because I thought this was it. I didn't think there was gonna be. I mean, literally, the slogan was "Everything comes to an end," or
Every beginning has an end.
So I'm like, okay, this is the end, but apparently this is the beginning of the end. I was confused, but
Yeah.
I was fine with the non-deaths. I wish
that's
they
a
would
fair
have killed
point.
Max. That seems like a wasted opportunity. I will change my mind when they show me in season 5 that's not a wasted opportunity. Until then, I felt like they maybe pulled back the reins of the intensity. Should have happened. She should have been dead.
She should have died.
But
I love that scene when she's like trying to get Vecna in there and Vecna takes her over through Lucas.
oh,
When like she's like professing that like, oh, like, yeah, I was hoping you'd die, Billy, stuff like that. And then Lucas just comes in and is like, "Do you wish that I would die too?" Stuff like that. Like, oh,
Good scene, man. Did you go back and rewatch that one twice?
I did rewatch it.
Man, crazy. All right,
I
next.
also rewatched Jason getting split in half twice. So
Worthy. Do it.
that
Dude.
was ooh, that was a good scene.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I told Brandon, I was like, the stories of those, like all the characters main wise, their stories still haven't ended yet. Like Eddie's kind of ended. Like his main like thing was he was always ran away from stuff, and he's like, I'm not gonna run away this time. And
Yep.
his little story of season 4 ended. That's why he died. That's why no one else died.
Mhm. Agreed. 100%.
That was like the main thing.
Yeah, can't kill off any more main characters. I agree.
No.
Like I told you, Mark, they just kind of set it up to me that more people should have died because he got separate ways playing on the RV ride to the Creel house. Like,
To-
that-
So we've seen it before from other shows. It's not like it's something new.
no, but like with the way that the intensity was going this season, I wish that they would have continued on it. Is
Yeah,
all.
There wasn't that many people killed, though. You act like there was that many people killed. There was only 4 people killed before
know,
the finale.
I'm saying there should have been more. That's what.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
but there was a lot. There was a lot still, though. If there was 5 people killed in the finale, that's more than there was total throughout the entire season. Before
Yeah.
that,
I'm trying to think.
so
who this
then
one
you're
was.
really just going against your statement. You wish there would have been more when there was more than there was before.
Well, I'm saying there are more Superman characters.
But that doesn't even make sense, though. Is what I'm saying.
It does. Like I think like I agree with Mark. I just thought it would happen earlier that like of each of the groups, one of the people has to die from them.
in the in next season.
Next
I-
season.
yeah,
I
that's what
thought
I'm
it was gonna
saying.
happen this season though.
No, I did too. But then once I found out that there was going to be a season 5, I'm glad they didn't because it wouldn't make sense. They
That
should.
Also, the way
yes.
this season, the way this season progressed, it would have made no sense if they would
I
have
agree.
killed off anyone. It would have made 0 sense.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
I think
No,
the only
wait,
one with indestructible plot armor would have been Nancy. Because Vecna's the one that showed her the visions. So I think she would have been like the only absolute guarantee if they
That
truly
was the
want to go
weird
down.
thing. That was one weird thing that I never understood is why he showed her some about like his backstory or whatever,
'Cause
and
he's
just
confident.
didn't kill her.
That's the
Confident.
Yes.
one. That's big BDE, baby. That's big dick energy right there. He
Mhm.
knew.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because I was like, damn, why would you just show off what your reasoning for this and all that and stuff? And it's like, just gave it away to her just to eventually not get what he wanted. I mean, he kind of did get what he wanted, but
Okay, Mark, we're gonna circle back. Do you remember when you're talking about the passionate speech from Mike to Elle?
Yeah.
Do you think Max should have died in that scene
Yes.
while Mike? Okay, thank you, thank you.
wait,
Fucking-
what? Max should have died.
When Mike is talking to Elle in the sensory deprivation tank or whatever, and she's tied up by the vines in the upside down. Vecna was
Oh.
being a slow.
Oh, in that scene?
Yeah.
No.
No, I
Vecna was
agree.
being a slow ass motherfucker. He could have just been like, "Whoop," and got her right there.
I know
That's not fun though. That's not a good show then.
But
if he
that
just
would be
does it like that.
shocking.
No,
Yeah, but you
no,
are also an evil person and wanted so many people to die. You sick fuck.
They set it up like that, man. I'm just picking up what they're laying down.
No, you're not.
fine.
You're definitely going over above.
She should have died when Vecna released her. That's when she should have died. When
Yeah,
he fell into Lucas.
that actually makes sense.
He should have died
It
there.
does.
No. Will's that speech was good though. That was good. It was good.
Yeah. But that's like the thing I told Brandon is like that you see that with anyone like at the main person that's gonna get killed in the show, the villain always takes way too long.
Always.
You see that in all the shows. It
That would have
happens
been a
way
nice
too
change
much.
of pace.
But
Agreed.
it doesn't happen. The thing is
But-
you hope for something that doesn't happen.
That doesn't mean it can't happen.
But it's not going to. That's just not a thing in shows. That's not a thing. Look at Star Wars. Why did they take so long in the what the sixth one? I'm blanking right
Return
now.
of the Jedi.
Yeah, why did they milk the thing with Luke at the end? Why was that milked out like that? Just like Vecna, they milk it out.
It's everything. I mean, freaking episode 1. My main dude is literally Obi-Wan does not have the high ground. Maul has the high ground. Lightsaber and
Yeah.
literally just do the force push him down the drain, and it's over. But instead,
That's true.
he then jumps over him, doesn't swipe at him. That's just part of cinema.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
It's a
part of cinema.
cliche that needs to be broken.
I don't disagree, but it's
yeah.
not going to.
No.
It's-
Yeah,
not.
it's the
like,
easiest thing for them to write into stuff. It's so easy.
Yes.
It's easy. So, all right, yeah, good one.
What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Okay. Reiterate. Did you cry or come close? And what scenes?
Yes and yes. I'm a crier, so yes.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't actually cry. I feel like I did, but I don't know where.
I feel like I did too, but I just don't remember. But I think the last time I
Yes.
cried for Mark, have you seen Squid Game?
No, I hear it's amazing.
It is amazing. Okay, I won't say anything then. So,
I didn't watch
but
it
I
either.
did
probably
cry
won't ever
during
watch
Squid
it.
Game.
Running up that hill, cried. I got
Yeah.
teary. I didn't like sob, but I got teary during Mike's speech. I don't know what it is. I'm a sucker for motivation. That shit gets me. And obviously when Eddie died, sob.
That was the closest I got in season 4.
Man, I was gone. And then
I feel like the Billy memories. I feel like I got close.
I told you that just gets me in a weird mood.
Yeah, I feel like that
like-
was close.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, big cry over here. So that's nothing new for me.
All right. Now onto what is your Vecna songs? I also put a side note that it is a funny visual to think of your song and put yourself in that scene. Like my song, like my
What
overall
scene?
song,
What scene?
the running up that hill scene. Like
But that would be you if you were Vecna.
no, you if you're Max.
You did not explain that to
How
me
did
very well.
what?
You just said what would be your Vecna song. I was just thinking if I was Vecna.
Mark, do you know what that means, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You're stupid.
You just asked me what is your Vecna song. That's all he asked me.
It's pretty
What am I supposed to get-
self-explanatory.
You don't know what your Vecna song is?
No, but wasn't. I literally was just thinking if I was Vecna.
What the hell?
What that you could have
Oh.
explained that so much.
I don't
better.
need to explain
That's-
that.
No.
Yeah, you do.
So what did it say?
There's no connotation to that at all.
So, what is your Vecna song? What song is going to play? Vecna has you in his clutches. He's ready to end you. What song are your friends going to put on your ear to then pull you out of Vecna's trance? What is your
I mean,
song?
that's fine. I actually think it would work still, my song, just because it relates to football. So that's why I would do it. So yeah, I guess it will work. But very, very bad context.
That's
to what you
not
said.
bad. You're
Yes, it
just
is.
Stupid. You're not good Stranger fans.
What is your
No.
what's your
No,
song?
you could. Well, isn't Brandon gonna say it right now?
No,
or-
you're gonna say it.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna
my
play
song would be. It's the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin.
Oh, well played. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have like 100 because I'm a music.
Okay.
So I'm a lot older than you guys. You guys probably don't know this movie, so I'm not going to go with it. There's 2 that I'm not going to go with. You guys probably know them, but you're not familiar. So I'm going to play one that everyone knows. So one, Eye to Eye from the Goofy movie is.
Oh yes, hell yeah.
Song is a freaking banger. Always.
I don't know what that is.
Damn it. Number 2 is Bet on It from High School Musical 2 because I'm a huge High School Musical fan. Love it.
I don't think I know that one either.
I don't
Damn
know
it.
that one.
Everyone knows this.
I mean,
Hold on. This is my song.
go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Give it a second. When she drops, I'll skip a little bit. Hold on. Hold on.
We can't hear it.
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No.
But yes, I know the song. Every time we
What,
touch.
what song?
by
What
Kiss-
is it? What song is it? Because every time we touch, I get this.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Absolutely. Song is an absolute motherfucking banger. And every
They
time
play
it-
that Iowa basketball games all the time.
Oh, and I'm ready to rock and roll. And then he did ask, what is my song before 1986? That what you said?
Yes.
Don't Stop Believing. Easily. 100%.
That's what he asked me too. He's like, "What's your Vecna song?" And he said a song before 1986. So that was both.
I
of
said
them,
another
guess.
song before 1986.
Don't
Yeah,
Stop Believing.
that just horrible, just awful.
I
don't like
I
it.
think most
Your
Stranger
context is
fans-
horrible.
No, I think you just don't know what you're talking about.
I just have never heard of it that way. I've never heard it as the Vecna song.
I
I've never
got it.
heard of it.
I got it. I
Yeah.
understand. We're
Yeah.
good. I got 100 Vecna songs. Listen, Vecna's got no power over me. That bitch is done. I got so many songs. Goodness.
All right. I wrote down my two. My first one, like any time period. This may be weird, but I went with "Without Me" by Eminem. So I really like that song. I don't know, it's just a groovy song, but also like I feel like if I was in that scene, like there if there was actor playing me, I feel like as like he's dodging like all the obstacles and stuff, like he's just like breaking the fourth wall, like winking to the camera and stuff like that as he's hopping over all the rocks that are tumbling down. And then my one before 1986 is "The Boys of Summer" by Don Henley.
Very
1984.
good
I love that song.
Good choice.
Amazing.
That's a good one. There's a lot of good 1880s, not eight. Wow, 1980s. Good God, I don't know if there's music in the 1880s. Anyway, 1980 songs, a lot of good ones. But like every time you hear "Don't Stop Believing," my clothes want to come off and I want to dance. So Vecna's got, dude. I am so confident that Vecna would not like someone say, "What song put on?" Anything from High School Musical or Disney. Like I'm good. I'm out. I'm there.
First
I'm
assessment.
thinking more because I would definitely change my thing for my Vecna song.
Leigh Feston, you running out of the Upside Down to that mark.
Which one?
Leigh Feston from Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. Ratatouille is a little. That's a little. Not great music. And Lion King, Aladdin. Oh,
So
Tarzan,
90s Disney more or less.
Singers.
Even like a slow song. Like if they were singing Beauty and the Beast, like they put Beauty and the Beast in the Walkman.
Yeah, it would start the portal. The portal would be seen. I don't know if it would be big enough to pull me out, but like whole new world, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Sign me up. I'm there.
Okay. Now we're moving on to a segment we haven't done in a long time. We're back to ridiculous and/or random rankings you may or may not care about. Stranger Things edition. So we're gonna start off with what was the best monster death? I think it's a pretty clear answer.
I'm gonna go with the Demogorgon in season 4.
Yep.
Gets his head sliced and diced by my dude Hopper.
I don't know. This one's tough for me. I mean, I love that one, but I also just love the Billy one too, and like the
Good.
But is Billy a monster when he dies?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he didn't fully redeem himself to not be a monster.
I don't know. I guess the death isn't that cool. Is more of the build up to it. So I wouldn't say. I guess I would still say the prison, the Russian prison demi person dog.
Okay. Rank the monsters in whatever terms you want to. Just rank them. Because I got number 1 is Vecna. Number 2 is the smoke mind flayer. Number 3 is the Demogorgon. Number 4 is the mushy mind flayer.
One, I'm going Meat Puppet, 2 Vecna, 3 Demogorgon, 4 Demodog.
I'm gonna go 1 Billy because he counts. I don't care what you say, Brandon. Vecna. I'm gonna go the Shadow, the Meat Puppet, and then the Demogorgon.
Okay.
But Billy's number 1. I don't give a shit.
What is the best original song from the soundtrack? So none of the actual 1980s stuff. Just what is the best original song?
Their theme song.
Yeah.
You
I
know
couldn't
what
even
theme
tell
song?
you. I couldn't even tell you which
You know
one's
you know which one I'm
original.
about to play though, Jack, right? Do you?
Okay, but there's songs that are original to the soundtrack or like
Yeah,
just songs
like scores and stuff.
Which one? Play it.
Yeah, just play it. I'm so confused.
That one does rock.
It does, and they've used it multiple times, which is nice.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think that's from season 3, correct?
Season 2 when they
So just
tie
like
up
not
Will in the
ones
shed.
that don't have ones that don't have like lyrics to them, just music.
Ones that the composers for the show wrote and like
I mean,
did all
that
this.
one's great. I'm still going with the original.
Yeah, it's still
That's fair.
it's still
Yeah.
the opening. Yeah, it's still that.
Okay. 3 more things to go. Favorite and least favorite side characters. 2 or 3.
Ooh, damn, that's a tough one.
Let's start out with least favorite side character.
Well, it also depends on what you consider main characters and side characters is the big thing because I think
The
there's
group
like
is like the main groups are obviously main characters. I think we
I think
decide
there's
that
like 10
Billy is a
main
side
characters.
character.
Yes. But like the thing is, you got the group, you got the 5 plus Max. Those are all mains. Then you got Joyce,
Hopper.
Hopper, Jonathan, Steve, and Nancy. There's 11 main characters to the show.
Mm-hmm.
The rest are side characters.
Okay, yeah.
My least favorite. Oh,
We just do one, or are we going hard cuts and just do one,
There's
or are we
too
doing
many.
multiple?
Do one. I'm gonna go. My least favorite is the buyers. No, Will's. No, who is Mike's dad? Dude's a square. Dude's a square. He needs to get his life together. Dude is an idiot. Can't stand that guy.
I
Whenever
am in complete
that guy-
agreement with you. For as much screen time as he has, he does not deserve any of it.
No,
I hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
agreed. Oh man, no,
No, he's not.
favorite. Shit.
What do you got, Jack?
I don't know. I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of the side characters. I'm just kind of blanking right now.
My favorite though. Oh, Jackson got to do his least favorite. Do it. Do it.
I think my least favorite would be what's the main basketball dude? Again, what's his
Jason?
name? Jason. Yeah, I'd have to say him.
I think his character was good. It's just that he was on the wrong side of everything.
Yeah, and I hated that he just was quick to conclusions.
That's
He
also
didn't-
true.
He's just one of those guys. Yeah, I didn't really like him that much. Wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
Wasn't a
I
fan.
agree.
Obviously, because you're not going to be on his side of the story because you know everything. But still, yeah, I just still wasn't a fan of it.
He gave a rousing speech at the city hall, though.
Did he?
Yeah, I didn't really get much. I
He-
didn't really-
I would have
He
been at
got
that
people
meeting.
on his side.
No, and I was even at both of his speeches. I remember sitting there looking at my wife, and I said, if I was there, I would have get up and left. I can't get. I'm a huge.
You would have
motivation-
left the basketball game
No,
for the assembly.
No, motivation versus self-indulgent are two completely different things.
Yeah,
That was
I
completely
agree.
Self-indulgent. Look at me, I am cool. No, that's some bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. Dude's annoying.
Yeah,
No.
But he drew the town together to try and fight a
You know,
common
the-
enemy,
you know what's
which
idiot?
was
That
Eddie
D&D
Munson.
is
to
real
them.
for demons. Congratulations for
Yeah.
a bunch of idiot sheep. Like, no.
man sucked. He sucked.
I love this character, and he's not a main one, so I'm going to go with Murray. Murray is the unsung hero of the entire show, in my opinion. That scene where he's doing his my fingers are like iron, my feet are like spear. That entire thing was
Mhm. That was great.
so Murray.
I
Murray's
think I'm gonna give it to Murray also. Like after
Yeah.
at what season 3, he definitely got up there. Like if it was just
Oh,
if he was just the way he was in season 2, it would be somebody else, but I'd probably say Murray.
I agree.
I mean, I think mine's pretty obvious. It's got to be Billy. Big
Oh
Billy
yeah, I
Stan.
should have written
big,
that down
big,
already.
Big Billy Stan.
Big
That's
Billy guy over here.
not a
Yeah.
bad pick. Oh, for a least favorite, it also could have been any of the newspaper people. I hated those people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those guys were douchebags. But all right, least favorite main character.
Jonathan, not even close. Easily. Jonathan irks the hell out of me. Listen, I'm a fan of the unsung heroes, the dogs. I'm a fan of those guys. Like when it comes to Hunger Games, give me PETA all day over Gale. Gale sucks. But like in this circumstance, freaking Jonathan is the worst. Can't stand him. Drives me bonkers. So Jonathan.
Yeah. I guess if I were out of all the main characters that I listed, if they're considered main, I feel like it's got to be Jonathan. I don't think there's really I don't really think there's anyone that bad compared to him then.
Mm-mm. There's
Because
not.
I don't know if anyone else is considered a main character out of those 11 that I said. So I don't really think there's even someone that close. I know who Brandon's is. So and you're gonna be a little upset by this one, Mark. I know it for a fact who it is.
If Jonathan stayed the way he was in season 4, then I'd be with you guys. But motherfucking Mike is my least favorite main character.
Yeah.
I hate Mike.
What?
I don't like Mike.
Oh,
He is annoying.
listen to me. I will not agree that in season 4 he was very annoying. But let's give the main man this credit here. Okay, listen. I'm gonna take my glasses off for this. I am all for American men marrying up to a stronger woman. If my lady comes to me today and says, I got a new job making 150K, you're gonna sit your ass home and you're gonna be a stay-at-home mom.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I am
doubt.
here for this. There is a level, though, of insecurity that comes with that. My dude Mike is dating a legit powered superhero. You don't think he's got a little bit of a bruised ego, just a little bit? But you know what he does? He knows he has no powers, but what's he going to do? He's going to fight for his girl anyway, and I appreciate
And
that.
yet he still can't say I love you for most of 2, 3, and 4.
That's your problem with him.
No, I just think he's annoying because in season 1 he was way too quick to jump in with Elle. Just be like, oh, there's some random girl in the woods. Oh, let's take her home. Like, I was more on the side of Lucas and Dustin. Like Dustin was most level-headed out of any of those kid characters for sure. Like Mike was just way too eager about everything, and Lucas was a little too a little too much of a downer for me. So like Dustin was the perfect medium.
Mike is what I call in season 1 horny. So that's why.
At 12, damn.
Yeah, why not? Getting curious. Balls are dropping.
Yeah.
I guess. Seemed a little early
Yeah.
still, but yeah.
I see what you're saying, though. No, he definitely has done this as a character. He started high, favorite in season 1, in season 2, in season 3, and just dreadful in season 4. So I see what you're saying, but I thought you were when Jack said he knew who it was. If you were going to go Hopper, I was a little about to get up and leave.
No. I love Hopper. I love Hopper.
Yeah.
But like
geez.
Mike's just been like a roller coaster, man, and I don't like it.
I don't disagree.
And I the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree because we hate Mike's dad. We hate Mike
But for different reasons. But
for
anyway,
different reasons. For different reasons. Karen Wheeler is a boss. End of story.
Did Jack already say his? No, he didn't say his.
Yeah, he agreed with you on Jonathan, didn't you?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Yeah, Jonathan, let's go. Are we doing
Well,
favorites now?
out of all the main characters, there's really no other good one.
To dislike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't agree with Brandon.
take.
but-
L is not that great.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying too.
Not a fan of L. I've never been. She
But
is,
yeah, she's not the greatest.
Very
It's just her
one-dimensional.
powers make her cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
yeah. Are we doing favorite?
Well, the problem is her
Favorite.
character development is so it's so strong because she didn't really have any like ability to like be a person.
That's what
in the
made her
first couple
annoying in the
seasons.
first season. Is that she couldn't talk. I didn't like that.
What the fuck do you want her to do? She's literally, she's like those kids or whatever that get trapped out of civilization for 18 years and then they stick them in the real world or whatever and they can't do anything because they don't know what to do. That's literally
I
it. You
feel
just
like
said that
Brenner
that's-
could have taught her how to talk though.
the way you just said that was a little like you thought a little bit irrationally about that. I'm not gonna lie.
How?
Because she was, like I just said, she was cut out for the outside world, and you got annoyed for her because she didn't know how to act or be like assimilated with the outside world. And she,
All I'm saying is she knew how to talk before she pushed Vecna through the gate. So
yeah, but she also was put into an outside world that she's never been a part of, and you got annoyed by that.
but it's not like she ever talks to Brenner ever. Like I feel like communication could have been a little bit stronger.
Oh my god, you were asking a lot.
How am I asking a lot?
It's literally just like I said. You put as someone that's been a part out of something for so long, and you ask
Repeating it
them,
over and over again, Jack, it's not gonna change my mind.
Listen,
Yeah,
man,
but that's what I'm saying. That's like a prime example, and like that's what I'm saying. You're wrong. like you're actually wrong about something. That like it's an opinion, but your opinion is so wrong and bad.
Listen, I
I'm
don't know.
sorry, it just is.
I just memorize words, man. Like, and after a while, if you're not being exposed, I can read if I'm making a joke. I can read. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, what an idiot!" No, just saying. I see what Jack's saying. I see what you're saying. Very good arguments, counter. I feel like I'm a very good mediator between.
Oh
you.
yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good points, both of you. Very good points.
We wish
I
we
will
would have had
say-
you here when Blake was still part of the podcast, and it would be Packers Vikings week.
Both suck, so it doesn't matter. Nah.
Mm.
Kirk Cousins is ass cheeks, bro. He is dreadful. Anyway, I want to get into my favorite. Are we doing favorites now? We're doing favorites.
Yes, it is favorites.
Steve Harrington, baby. Steve. Give me Steve. I will fight a bear for Steve. I will fight Vecna for Steve. Come on. I've got my music on. Give me a sawed-off shotgun. I'll do it for Steve. I'll do it. Gladly.
Mhm.
Gladly.
Yeah, I agree. Dustin's a close second, but
Agreed.
it's Steve.
Agreed.
It's Steve.
I'm battling myself. I feel like it's gotta be Nancy right now. That's my thoughts. 'Cause,
I mean,
like
great
she has
choice.
everything. She has everything. She's smart. She's hot. She knows how to fight.
Horn dog.
Okay, you can't disagree with me, Jack.
Well, no,
Wait
I'm
a
not
minute.
gonna disagree with you,
Oh,
but that's she's
no,
not
you know
my
what?
favorite
I'm
because of
gonna
that.
interject here. Hold on. If everything you just said is literally Steve.
Yeah.
Listen, we are.
But Steve is not smart. Steve is stupid.
All right.
Whoa,
coming
he is
from-
not stupid.
Whoa.
He never picks up on any clues in season
He-
4.
Also, because he doesn't have any like knowledge of like D&D. Like
You
the
don't think
other-
he's
other
hung
guys
around
do.
Dustin enough to have at least a slight little bit of knowledge?
Yeah, but Dustin acts like a dumbass around him. Let's be honest.
He does because he looks up to him.
I'm going to raise a glass of coffee to the dumb folk myself. I am not an educated human being. I'm very much relying on my personality, not my brains. So I will take offense to that, sir. Just because I'm dumb
Yeah.
doesn't mean I don't have value.
I didn't say Steve doesn't have value. I just said that Nancy.
Well, a little bit of implying. Just a little bit. Smart discrimination, sir.
Yes.
You are discriminating against dumb people, and I don't appreciate it because I myself am in that category. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But I will say, listen, I'm a straight man. I'm straight as it gets. I got a hot ass wife, and it's wonderful. Steve is a good looking motherfucker.
He is.
Right? That's
No doubt.
got to be in you. Like you just said, Nancy's hot. Steve is literally his hair is beautiful. I mean, come on.
But like, I feel like Nancy is like more driven to get stuff done than Steve is. Like,
No, I don't. Right? Hey, there ain't nothing wrong. Nancy's a great choice.
yeah,
Great choice.
it's either her, Dustin, or Steve, and it's just like any day it could probably switch. So
Eddie.
that's who I'm going with today. And then finally, what are your expectations for the final season?
Death.
Yes.
No, I
Yes.
need answers. I need answers on Will. That's my.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need answers. I don't care about death.
I don't care about the
Like,
death.
I told Brandon, I think that like there's only like I know that like you guys want death, but I am like being realistic about it. I think there's only like a couple people that could die. Like actually could. I think like the only main character that legit actually could die is L, and maybe Will, because we think that he might have powers. I think those are the only two really that can actually die. Like realistically, like there's no other reason for these other people to die. I guess Max could die now,
Yes.
but
Nancy.
I could see Jonathan dying to protect Nancy and Steve. I could see that happening because they
why would he?
Good.
because
I don't care.
because they realize that they're separating right now, right? Like it's not done deal yet.
What?
But what?
They're not separating.
They're not
They're
separating.
implying on it.
By the
They were
way,
imply-
no,
no, they-
I'm interjecting. Here's why Nancy is not on my list of top candidates, and I'll tell you why, sir. She is dangling the fruit in front of Steve while she's got her boy in another state all invested. That is not okay. She's like, "Hey, Steve. Hi, I'm confused." No.
They're thinking of breaking up though.
No, they were separating until Jonathan showed up in Hawkins. Then all of it was fine.
And then do you remember when they're nailing Hopper's cabin back together?
Nailed
And Nancy's like, is everything good between us? And Jonathan's like, yeah. Like that was not the true answer. Like they know something's going
That's
on.
the answer though. So as of now, they're still together. Yes,
They are still together, but I feel like as season 5 goes on, they're gonna separate, and then Steve and Nancy are gonna be like showing something, and then Jonathan's gonna be like, "You two are happy together. I'm gonna sacrifice myself."
No,
Yes,
That's
No.
such
you
a-
want to get rid of
no.
Jonathan anyway, so
I do. No, I
join
do.
my side.
Hmm.
Yeah, but that's just like the worst way that it could happen.
How? Like really, really, is it the worst way?
No, I could see Steve doing that because Steve is admirable.
Yeah,
Brave.
yeah. No, it would definitely be
don't
Steve.
think-
Jonathan
Jonathan's
is too
also
much.
a selfless dude. Like, what do you?
Jonathan's too much of a pussy though. At the same time,
Agreed. Jonathan would do that for his mom or Will, though. I don't think he
yeah.
would do that for Nancy.
Nope, he wouldn't do
would
it for
definitely
Nancy.
sacrifice himself for his mom or Will. Definitely not Steve.
He already did. He already kind of did, like in partial seasons too.
Yeah. I just want answers. That's all I want.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was one thing that I was thinking of that I want in next season. Oh, I really like. I know you guys wanted Max to die, but I want her. Like, I think she's still going to be an important part. I want her to be a very important thing. Not
She
like,
just
I
better
would-
not stay up in the hospital. That's the only thing.
I no, I like I know it would be kind of dumb, but I hope that she returns to like a normal functioning human being.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she's going to have a huge part to this season, and I hope that she doesn't just get lost. Because I feel like the only reason why she's still alive is because she's going to be a vital piece to the next season, like she was this season.
Yep.
I don't know. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that she isn't just like that person who's going to give them information sitting in a hospital bed. That would just be so boring.
That would be
I
awful.
agree. I agree with that for sure.
That's one thing that would suck. That's like that was the one thing I took out of that. I was like, I just hope the fact that Max is alive. Like, I'm not saying like she should have stayed alive, but the fact that she was kept alive, there's a reason for that, and I hope that they actually like run with that.
I'm definitely seeing though, like one of the final scenes is like the final fight scene is like 11 and like holding on to Vecna, and they're like just jumping into like some deep pit or something like that to just like both sacrifice, or she's
That's literally
sacrificing.
why I think that Elle's gonna die.
Yeah.
It's literally gonna be like the first season where she got trapped. She touched the Demogorgon, but this time she's gonna be sacrificed.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
think
That's
Will
what I
could go
mean.
with them too.
She can't live, man. She can't. She can't.
No.
No,
Oh, but the thing is, the only reason why Will would live is because he would be the one protecting everyone else while Elle is doing all this shit going down with Vecna.
I'm telling you.
big plot holes, not big plot holes, big shoes to fill. Getting ready for
Do
season
you think
5.
that the episodes are going to be even longer next season than they
They
were
already
this
said
season?
they're gonna. No, they said they're already gonna be shorter.
So like just an
'cause
hour.
so many because people complained or whatever about it.
Yeah. Why are you
I mean,
complaining? I hate.
I didn't
the-
complain. I didn't.
I loved it. Oh,
I liked it too. I didn't have a problem with it at all.
That was cool.
I like it. It didn't feel longer either because like it didn't. I never had felt like I was
Some
like
points
watching
it
a
did.
longer episode.
A lot of the points that
Yeah,
felt
the
longer
fir-
were the Russian prison scenes.
The what felt long was made it felt long was the first 3 episodes of season 4, which were slow.
I agree.
That's what made the episodes feel long. But then once they got intense or whatever, you didn't really like pay attention to it.
No, I agree. I've been.
Plus, even the last episode, it was just like I didn't even really notice the 2.5 hour length out of it.
No, me neither. I was expecting to feel the 2.5 hours. There was no feel
Yeah,
hours at all.
because it normally like with a movie, like any movie, even if it's an action movie, you still feel the drag of a 2.5 hour movie normally. And that one, there was just none.
Yeah, I went and saw the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. That was an hour and that was like 2 hours and 5 minutes. That felt like a 7-hour movie. This did not feel. Oh, I got my hair. This did
No.
not feel that way at all. Not
No.
even. Awesome.
No. I never have binged it. I haven't binged it since like I did the first season. My uncle showed it to me. I watched the first 4 episodes of season 1 one night and woke up the next morning to watch the next 4. I finished it in 24 hours.
Yep.
It was easy.
Love it.
Brandon took forever to watch season 4, which I was surprised
Yeah.
about.
You were
I watched
scared.
like the first 3 episodes, and then I just took like a week break for no good reason, and I just went back into it. Yeah.
Sir.
Also, I want to ask you one more thing, Mark. Do you think that, like, I know Jack, you just said it's like a plot device to keep the story moving, but do you think the characters solved the problems a little too quick? like when they like in season 2 when Will drew all the tunnels and stuff like that, and then Bob just magically was like, "Oh, it's a map of Hawkins." Like I was like, how like there's this drawing all over the house, and you're just
Yeah, but
figure
also
out
the thing is that I don't think it was kind of like a time lapse of him like figuring it out. I don't think he figured it out in 2 minutes.
I
Like
think
it
he
showed.
did though, because they just brought him in and they were like,
Oh,
like,
he
just-
might have. He might have, but you just go with it on me. Like, oh,
can't do
Yeah,
that.
I
Mark.
know.
It's
oh,
against
No,
my
he,
nature.
like he was just like, why the heck does Mike or whatever? Why do they figure out something that fast? It's like because they literally play D&D, and this is literally. Oh, Brandon, what did you say? Did you say it earlier? Oh, we were talking about it last night. He's like, I. What if it's
Oh,
like
yes.
this? Or
What do you
whatever,
think
the
of this,
theory.
Mark?
no.
That,
I already
uh,
know. I swear to Bryce Harper's luscious hair. If they do this theory that you're about to say, that it's all of this has been a game of D&D the whole time. Is that what you're going to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will find their house and I'll burn it down.
Yes.
I
Okay.
will burn it down after I take a massive shit on their front yard.
Now, Jack brought up the idea that maybe like the Watch Mojo, whoever pitched it on Watch Mojo, said that it would just be the 4 original kids, like Dustin, Lucas, yada yada yada, just playing as their younger selves. But Jack was saying, what if it's like some other like kids that imagine this whole thing?
That
Regardless,
would make it a lot better. That would make it better, though.
no, I have a
Yeah.
window right here. I will jump.
No. It would be better if it was random kids than those 4 making up this entire story.
I would.
That would be worse.
It's
That would
still
be
a
way
little too
worse.
intricate for me, but
Intricate. How about just dumb? Oh my god, I would be furious. Oh my.
I would be furious too. But
I would need therapy. I would need therapy.
I don't know if I'd be that mad just because I love like changes, like those like quick changes that like catch you off guard.
you know,
I
like
like
what would
those in
catch you off
shows.
guard? Killing more people. Enough said.
It wouldn't catch me off guard because you put it instilled it in my head, and I just don't want it to happen.
Yeah, I agree. I was very worried about Steve dying. That was my biggest worry. Anyone else can bite the dust. Don't touch my boy Steve.
No one. It's just not like I just like I'm very confident that nothing's gonna happen like that and that much. Like because
It's
The
an
thing is
earth-shattering
that-
event, Jack. More
oh
people.
no,
should
it
die.
did. Oh my god, that was the one thing Brandon kept saying. He's like, it's an earth-shattering event because he was going out the description of what
It
the
said
final episode of
with the
season
world
4.
at stake, and then the world literally splits open. That's not earth-shattering to you, Jack.
It never said it though. You are
did,
implying
though.
that they're shattering. No, it didn't. It just said the world
The
is at stake.
producers were implying that it was earth-shattering.
I took it as earth shattering.
Yes.
I watched it.
I didn't.
When Robin
read it.
gives her speech, even though she says it might, yeah, it might be a big word there, but it might not work out for all of us. I'm thinking that at least another person has to die. I'm sorry.
I've seen it before though. I'm sorry. I've seen it before. I watched the whole. Transformers is my favorite movie series of all time. I've heard that said hundreds of times in those movies, and nothing ever
It's
happens.
true.
So
It's
that's you have to watch. That's problem, Brandon. You have not watched enough movies to know that shit happens and gets said in movies. That it happens all the time and nothing ever happens.
It would be nice for someone to follow up on those promises.
But no one. They didn't. There are no promises. They said might. We might not
Might,
see
you're
each
putting a
other
little
again.
too much emphasis on might.
But that's a huge word. If you said we're not going to see each other again, that's huge. If you don't say we might not, you just say we're not going to see each other again. That's a lot different than might not. That's the thing. That's one
Still
thing that,
ominous.
like, I'm not saying that it's your fault. It's just that you have not seen enough movies, Brandon, to where like you just don't have that knowledge of that happens
knowledge.
a ton in movies. Well, you've openly said to me that you have not seen a ton of movies. Like he's
Yeah.
never seen The Dark Knight and stuff.
No.
Yeah. The whole trilogy, he's never seen it.
You better answer this next one. And if you don't answer this with a big yes, and I swear I'm up and
Are you gonna fire me?
No.
Oh.
Have you seen Lord of the Rings?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, neither have I. I can't lie. I'm not a
Thank
sci-fi
you.
person.
Yeah.
Not really a big sci-fi guy.
That's fantasy, but
like that.
yeah.
Or fantasy. I'm not a fantasy guy. Like I haven't seen Lord of the Rings. I haven't seen The Hobbit. I haven't seen
Yes.
Game of Thrones.
Yep. Why would you ask me
None of-
this,
see,
Mark,
none of
if
that.
you know that I haven't seen Harry Potter?
I also have never seen that either.
Harry Potter.
Never seen that either.
You've got pick the nicest restaurant in New York City. That is Lord of the Rings. Then you have Harry Potter, which is Chick-fil-A. They're not even both enjoyable, not even close to the same. Not even close. Harry Potter is, in my opinion, hot take, the most overrated franchise of all time. It is incredibly, insultingly overrated. I can't get into it like some people can. But anyway, I digress. You two need to get your asses and watch Lord of the Rings. You know, like
I think I'll have just probably a better time playing some NHL 23 with Jack
You
over here. Oh, I will.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Oh, I think you will. You
See,
know,
the
it's
only
able to go
thing-
through.
The only thing I could say about Lord of the Rings, though, is my dad really likes it, and he is not a fantasy type of person. So that's the only thing. Have you watched the new like Lord of the Rings show on HBO or whatever it is?
Oh yeah, I'm digging it. Massive
Yeah,
nerd.
so that's the only reason why I could see myself watching it. Because if my dad likes it, that's a pretty big hint that it's actually pretty good.
Oh, it's good.
Because
Fair enough.
he's like he'll like every movie I go see with my dad, he'll just be like, it was all right. So if he actually says something's good, it's got to be good.
It is. It is.
I can't say it's bad. Like I can't say it's bad. I'm just not a fantasy person. That's just kind of I will never go and say like this stuff. Like I mean, I used to, but now I won't be like, oh, this sucks. I'm not gonna watch that.
My heart hurts.
But yeah, no, I've never seen it. Never seen it.
Mm.
Like I've seen like The Hobbit and shit like hop up on my screen, The Lord of the Rings, and I'm just like,
You must.
And
It's a must. 10 out of 10. It's my favorite franchise of all time. It's the best. Best. All right. Is that all
Before
you-
we end this, I just got a quick side note. Joe Keery was in Minnesota a couple months ago in July because he's filming a movie in Jordan, Minnesota. Jack, you know where that is, right? It's right by Shakopee.
Yep. I just know it's where the largest candy store in the world is.
Yes, it is. Or in Minnesota,
Yep.
but yeah. So
Yeah.
the movie is called Marmalade. And I think it's coming out on Netflix at some point. So maybe keep an eye out for it. Me and my dad
I'll
were
watch it as soon as you watch Lord of the Rings. Ha, there you go.
my dad and I were driving to work, and there was just a bunch of people in the town square just waving. So yeah. Maybe you'll see a big Regency electric truck just rolling down.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure.
definitely.
All right. This was a fun episode. I enjoyed this.
I enjoyed it.
This was fun.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, I think that's it for this little special Stranger Things recap, thoughts, questions, concerns, everything about Stranger Things from the Certified Beef Boys and Mark.
Mark.
Yeah.
Say the sponsor thing
Uh,
real quick.
Oh
What?
yeah.
Before we get into this, I'll put it in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Before we get into this, let's hear a word from our sponsor.
Okay.
All right. Have fun cutting that.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us here at Certified Beef. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Master of Puppets.